Hello, this is the solution to problem number 6 on the quiz review. Please attempt this problem before watching the video. Your work should be shown as I show it in this video. Okay, as always, we want to isolate the absolute value. Our absolute value here is already isolated, so we can go directly to our two equations. 3x plus 1, no absolute value, equals negative 1/3 x plus 13/3. And 3x plus 1 is equal to the opposite of negative 1/3 x plus 13/3, or 3x plus 1 is equal to positive 1/3 x minus 13/3. It is not necessary to write this. We can go directly to this one if you wish. The opposite of negative 1/3, positive. The opposite of plus 13, minus 13. So you can bypass writing this negative and the parentheses and just go straight to this if you wish. Now, our job is to get rid of the fractions. Make your life easy. I multiply this side by 3, and I multiply this side by 3. And I distribute 3 times 3, 9x, plus 3 times 1 is 3. And I multiply this side by 3. 3 times negative 1/3 x equals negative x. The 3's cancel. Plus 3 times 13/3 is 13. Now I add x to both sides. And I get 10x plus 3 equals 13. Minus 3 minus 3. 10x is equal to 10. I divide by 10. Divide by 10. X is equal to 1. Come over here. I do the same thing. Exact same thing. Multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. I distribute. 3 times 3, 9x, plus 3 times 1 is 3. Make sure you distribute. A lot of people are forgetting this second part. Equals 3 times 1/3 gives me 1x, minus 13/3 times 3. The 3's cancel, and I get 13. Now, subtract x. Subtract x, and I get 8x plus 3 equals negative 13, minus 3 minus 3, 8x equals negative 16, divide by 8, divide by 8, and x is equal to negative 2. Because our original problem had an x outside of the absolute value, we must check. Okay? It's absolutely mandatory that we check. So our original equation was absolute value of 3x plus 1 equals negative 1/3 x plus 13/3. So I'm going to rewrite this. 3 times 1 plus 1 in my absolute value equals negative 1/3 times 1 plus 13/3. So get the absolute value of 3 plus 1, absolute value of 4, which is equal to 4. I get negative 1/3 plus 13/3. I have common denominators. That's 12/3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. It checks. That's an answer. And now I do the same thing. 3 times a negative 2 plus 1 equals negative 1/3 times a negative 2 plus 13/3 plus 13/3. And I get 3 times negative 2, negative 6 plus 1, absolute value still, negative 5 in the absolute value, and the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. Negative times negative is positive. I get positive 2/3 plus 13/3. Common denominator, so I add the numerators. 15/3 equals 5. It checks. In this problem, we have 2 solutions. We have 4. That is not correct. Our solutions are 1 and negative 2. Solutions are x equals 1 and x equals negative 2. All right, you should now attempt the final problem, number 7.